Hello and welcome to Austin. FormulaProc flies across the Atlantic into the circuit of the Americas after two race weekends being cancelled in succession. Fans from Russia and Turkey sorely missed this year's FormulaProc action, but while the crisis rages in the old continent, we hope the remaining races in America will proceed as scheduled. In a very dry qualifier session, Jochen won the pole position, followed closely by Kisielewicz, and both Slashie drivers gave a big surprise by packing the second row. Casalini and Biscop follow with the third row, from where they will surely try to catapult forward and claim the lead. Densi was the slower driver in the qualifiers, but at least managed to finish, unlike Wickman, who keeps having trouble to cross the line. And finally, in the back row, we have Gaquinho and Cimernino, who were unable to finish and will have a very hard time to cross through the traffic. After the surprising results at Monza, Kisielewicz and QueenScape will be eager to have good results and claim the lead in their respective tournaments, as Mahejog's seem to have lost their pace. It's raining heavily here, but the officials have said the race is a go. With the crazy speeds the racers are now able to pull, I wonder if that's a wise decision. And now it's time to race in Austin. The engines are on and we are waiting for the lights to shut down. And now the race starts in Austin. Zapata and Wickman are left a bit behind, but at least Wickman is managing to recover some of that late start, as Casalini is fighting Gaburi for the third position. Jochen keeps in the lead and Kisielewicz is close to him trying to get that first position, and Gaburi doesn't want to let Casalini go. They are still fighting for that third position, and as they cross the Alaska corner, Biscop and Densi. Biscop is fighting for the sixth position and now is chasing Zapata, hoping to meet his teammate Jochen at the top, at the lead. Jochen is now crossing the Hagia Sophia corner and is into the boulevard. For the last corner of the track, Kisielewicz is still behind, but still doesn't manage to get close. Wickman and Gaquinho are in the back of the race. Wickman not having a good race, and yeah, this is very surprising for Gaquinho because we're used to seeing. Oh no! And we have a double crash at the Rainier. We have Densi and Casalini crashing, and they are the first two to abandon this race at this dangerous Rainier after the starting line. It's a very steep hill and it's very dangerous. So yeah, they are up now of the race. Cimernino keeps climbing and is now at 5th position and getting closer to Biscop. Gaburi managed to recover her 3rd position, but yeah, Biscop just took it away from her. Jochen building a big gap between him and Kisielewicz, being very comfortable at the lead, while at the same time Kisielewicz is safe distance away from his follower Biscop, which is about 5 to 8 seconds behind. Jochen is crossing across the Pearson Chips corners, and Cimernino, well, he almost crashed in the Rainier again. It's proving to be a very dangerous corner for today's race. Kisielewicz is still chasing Jochen. He's not giving up. He needs to get these points for the tournament, but with Casalini out, he just needs 2 points, 2 or 3 points at least to get at the top of the drivers tournament, which he's surely going to do. And Biscop is out of the race now. Biscop crashes near the Kaiser's Punch, and now that opens the way for Gaburi and Zapata to be in 4th and 5th position, as Gaquinho has improved a lot his position in the race. At least he had done it, but he now has crashed in Hagia Sophia. Oh, that's a very bad news for Gaquinho. He was doing a good race and recovering a lot of position, but now he's out, and now we have 4 drivers out of the race. Jochen and Kisielewicz are at the lead of the race, and very far from them is Gaburi and Zapata, the drivers from Slashie Racing. And this will be a great outcome for them. 3rd and 4th position, they have never done that on this year's tournament. So wow, yeah, that's very surprising. Cimernino and Wickman followed them, and Wickman it's at the back of the race in 6th position and had a slight accident and almost left the race as well. Jochen now crossed the finish line for the 5th lap, and again the situation at the lead doesn't change a lot. Kisielewicz is just not being strong enough, quick enough to meet Jochen, so he's going to continue chasing him. Simmernino now went across, and Wickman crashed. Wickman, another race that Wickman abandons, and surely it's going to impact his future at the Epona team. Meanwhile, Kisielewicz is doing a good job and is now in first position, and oh, he just crashed. That's terrible news for Kisielewicz. He was very close to getting that leading position in the Drivers' Championship, and he just had managed to go through Jochen but could not control his car, and is another victim of Kaiser's Punch corner complex. We're seeing here he gets surpassed by the other racers, and wow, this is a very eventful race with now 6 drivers out. It's raining heavily here, and it's showing up in the results with a lot of drivers not being very accustomed to the changes on the regulation for driving. Jochen is now with an extremely large advantage over Simmernino, who is now in 2nd position. He managed to snatch that position from the Slashie drivers, and he's never going to meet Jochen. Jochen is now on the getting under the final lane, and we are now in the final lap. Jochen doesn't have any pressure, and he's likely going to get that victory, that Grand Prix victory again. It's been a long time since he last got a Grand Prix victory, but he's very comfortable in the lead, and he's most surely going to take it. He's followed by Simmernino, who is going to go back to the podium, hopefully, and then the Slashie driver Zapata is very away from Gaburi as well. So yeah, Jochen is now entering the... Oh, he almost had an accident there in the Kaiser's Punch. He gotta be careful there because there's no pressure for him, and he can just stride his way into the victory. And oh, he just crashed very close to where Kisielewicz crashed some laps previously, and that is so surprising. He was very, very close to getting that Grand Prix victory, and it seems that it's going to be for Simmernino in this very, very accidented race. We've seen 7 drivers out of the race now, as Simmernino takes the lead now, followed by Gaburi and Zapata. He's 3rd but in the last position, and this is the last corner, and Simmernino will take the victory for this Grand Prix, followed by Gaburi. It's the 2nd time in this season that she's going to be in the podium, and Zapata, well, hopefully he will finish the race and manage to score a large amount of points. This is great news for the Slashie team, and yeah, this is surely going to shock the table again. We're going to see how this affects the results, and it's the end of the United States Grand Prix, a very surprising and eventful race, and let's see how the tables have changed. Let's start with the Drivers' Championship, where we see Zapata and Gaburi earning 1 position each at the expense of Dempsey and Wickman, while we have Simmernino back into the fight, stealing the positions from the QueenScape drivers Jochen and Biscup, and Kisielewicz with just 1 point in this race. It was not enough for him to beat Casalini, so we'll see what happens on the next race at Mexico. And for the teams, well, we don't see movements in the positions, but this race gave Slashie 15 points. Not enough to fight with Hatena, but we'll see how that affects the following races. And well, my Hedgehogs got 13 points. That allows them to still have some room in the lead. QueenScape did not manage to do a lot against them on this race. So that's how the team's championship is going. As I mentioned, not a lot of changes, but we'll see how that changes on the next race. And with that, that ends this transmission. I will see you in the next Grand Prix in Mexico. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see these exciting races, and I will see you soon.